Welcome to Pilates with Gilly. This is an intermediate class of approximately 45 minutes long. Remember, with Pilates, take your time, listen to your body. The main focus is to breathe in through the nose, out through the mouth. If anything gets a little bit too much for you, rest, relax, and rejoin in when it's most comfortable for you. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed the session. Let's get started. So we're going to start with a nice straight back, the legs wider than the mat. Okay, if you can, flex your feet, roll your shoulders back to ensure that back's nice and straight. And we're going to take a nice deep breath in. As we breathe out, we're going to walk the hands forward. Don't look forward, follow your hands with your eyes. We're going to hold for a few moments while breathing in and out. And then as we breathe in, we're going to walk the hands back up. Nice straight back again. And we're going to repeat. Nice and steady. Breathing in to come up. Breathing out to come down. You should be feeling a nice stretch through the legs and an opening of the spine. Then we're going to come up. We're going to place the legs straight. Okay, just in from the hips. Again, keeping the feet flexed if you can. Roll the shoulders back to get a nice straight back. And then we're going to repeat the movement. Nice and steady. As we breathe out, we come forward, reaching as far as we can, looking down towards the hands. And then we slowly come up again. Nice and steady, we come forward. Feeling that stretch, listening to what our body is telling us, going to where we feel comfortable, but not pushing it too far. And then we're going to come up. We're going to point our toes. Nice straight back, place the hands by our side. Draw your belly button in, lift through the pelvic floor, and we're going to lift the legs up one by one. Nice and steady. Keep pushing the back as straight as you can. Keep breathing in through the nose, out through the mouth. And relax. We're going to bend the knees. Feet are staying in from the hips. We're going to hold behind the back of the legs. Roll the shoulders back to get that back nice and straight. Draw the belly button into the spine. Lift through the pelvic floor. And we're going to scoop and hollow. So to scoop and hollow, we come back, drawing the belly button inwards, breathing in through the nose. Then we push ourselves back up, pushing the back nice and straight. And then we repeat nice and steady, trying to keep the knees, the feet, and the hips in line at all times, drawing that belly button in, lifting through the pelvic floor. And then we're going to come all the way down, nice and steady, control the movement. And we're going to find our neutral position. So neutral position is a nice flat pelvis. So you want to imagine that you've got a tray of marbles balancing on that pelvis, and you've got the natural curve in your spine. So we want to hold that position, feet just in from the hips. We then want to draw the belly button in towards the spine and lift the pelvic floor muscles up towards the belly button, whilst keeping that tray of marbles nice and steady. Okay, so that's our neutral position. I'm then going to lift my knees up to tabletop position. So one knee above the hip, second knee above the hip, and I'm going to bring my knees and feet together. Keeping the core engaged, we're going to open and close the knees, keeping those feet together, nice and steady, open and close the knees. Trying to keep the knees in line with the hips. Keep breathing in through the nose, out through the mouth. Nice and steady. Remember, listen to your body, ladies and gents. If you need to relax at any point, feel free to rest. And come to the center. One by one, place the feet down. Make sure you're in neutral position again. This time I want your feet and knees together. We're going to peel up into a shoulder bridge. So I'm going to push my back into the ground, tilting my pelvis backwards, and I'm going to slowly peel up like a string of pearls, vertebra by vertebra. I'm going to get to the top. Keeping my hips nice and stable, I'm going to open and close my knees, and then peel back down, nice and steady. Peel up, open, close, peel down. Keep breathing. I'm breathing out to come up. I'm breathing in to come down. And I'm coming down. I'm going to bring the knees to the chest to have a little rest. I'm then going to place both legs down, bring the arms above the head, and I'm going to flex my feet. Again, I'm going to find neutral position here, so a nice flat pelvis, draw the belly button in. Then what I'm going to do is engage in the core. I'm going to lift one leg and lift the chest upwards, pushing the back into the ground, nice and steady, and come down. So I'm going to lift one leg, opposite leg this time, and chest, and slowly come down, nice and steady, breathing out, breathing in. I'm trying to keep the leg as straight as possible, really drawing that belly button inwards, and I'm trying to keep my hips stable as well, so we're not rocking side to side. Come down, relaxing the shoulders, but continue to lift one leg up. I'm going to hold behind the leg, pushing the leg nice and straight. If you can't get the leg straight, bend your other leg. We're going to flex and point. Nice and steady, flex and point. Keep pushing that leg straight so you feel the stretch through the back of the leg. And point the toe. Engage the core. Release the hands, keeping the leg where it is. And we're going to make circles about the size of a football. Nice and steady, trying to keep the hips as level as possible. And change direction. To the center, slowly lower the leg down to the ground. When you're ready, lift the opposite leg up, push the leg nice and straight, flex and point. Point the toe, engage the core, hands down, small circles, trying to keep the hips nice and level, circles about the size of a football. And change direction. To the center, lower the leg down to the ground. Bring both knees into the chest, have a little rest. Okay, place the feet down, knees bent. Find your neutral position, and we're going to place both legs up to the sky, nice and straight. Engage in the core. We're going to open the legs, close the legs, keeping the toes pointing, nice and steady, keeping those hips level. Keep breathing in through the nose, out through the mouth. In to open, out to close. One more. Then bring the knees to the chest. Have a little rest. Okay, from here, ladies and gents, you can either hold onto the knees or the back of the legs. Draw the belly button in towards the spine. Lift your shoulders. Tuck your head in. Take a nice deep breath in. As we breathe out, we're going to roll up. We're going to stay balanced. Keep that core engaged. Keep the head tucked in. Breathe in to come down. Breathe out to come up. Breathe in to come down. Nice and steady. We're going to roll down and stay down. Perfect. Relax the shoulders, place the feet down, find neutral position. The feet want to be just in from the hips. So nice flat pelvis, natural curve under the spine. Draw the belly button in, lift through the pelvic floor. Relax your shoulders. We're going to bring, keeping the hips level, we're going to bring one knee to tabletop position. Slow, controlled movement. We extend the leg up. We flex the foot, keeping the hips level. As we breathe out, we slowly lower the leg down to the ground. Nice and steady. Inhale to fair, exhale, bring the foot back in, staying on the same side. Bring the knee up to tabletop, lift, extend all the way up, flex the foot, slowly lower down, nice and steady, slow, controlled movements. We're going to keep repeating. Nice and steady. Take your time. The slower, the more controlled, the better. This time, from this position here with the straight leg, we're going to keep the leg straight, flex the foot, we lower. We get to this point here, we point the toe, we raise. We breathe out to lower, we breathe in to raise. Trying to keep those hips nice and stable, still keeping neutral position, drawing that belly button in, lifting up through the pelvic floor, nice and steady. Take your time. And from here, slide the foot inwards. Lift the heel up on your other foot. So the heel, so this position here, but on the other foot. Nice and steady. We're going to go up into a shoulder bridge. So the heel's raised and I'm peeling up into a shoulder bridge, which means I'm going to feel it more on this bottom cheek here. Nice and steady. I come up and down. I'm breathing out to come up. I'm breathing in to come down. I'm still trying to keep my hips level, but you'll notice that this knee is raised slightly because the heel is off the ground, but the toe is down. Breathing out to come up, breathing in to come down. Remember, we peel, we push the back into the ground, we peel up like a string of pearls, vertebra by vertebra. Then we're going to come down, place the heel down, then we're going to place this ankle on the knee. So it's opening up. The opposite leg, we're going to lift up and we're going to hold onto the leg so you feel a really good stretch through the bottom. Nice and steady. Relax the shoulders. And release. Find your neutral position again. We're going to repeat those exercises on the opposite side. So neutral position, draw the belly button in, lift through the pelvic floor. Lift this knee to tabletop, extend up, flex, slowly lower down, nice and steady, keeping the hips level, slide the foot in, and repeat. We're going to keep the legs straight. Flex the foot, lower down, flexi, point to bring up. Breathe out to come down. Breathe in to come up. Taking your time, listening to your body throughout the entire session. At any point you need to rest, you rest. And come down, bring the foot in. Lift the heel up on this leg. We're going to go up into a shoulder bridge. So we push the back into the ground. We peel up. So we're now feeling the work on the other bum cheek, in those glutes. Nice and steady. Breathe out to come up. Breathe in to come down. Remember, we need to keep the hips level, and we need to act like our vertebrae is like a string of pearls. Nice and steady, taking your time. Do one more. Come down, place the feet, relax, and then place the ankle on the knee. We're going to hold on to this leg and pull back so you feel the stretch in the glutes, in that bottom. Nice and steady. Breathe in through the nose, breathe out through the mouth. And place the feet down. Bring the knees to the chest. Lift the shoulders. Take a nice deep breath in. As we breathe out, let's roll up. This time, we're going to have the feet just in from the hips. We're going to hold behind the legs, roll the shoulders back, getting the back nice and straight. Draw the belly button in, lift through the pelvic floor. Keeping the knees in line with one another, we're going to extend up and down. Nice and steady, extend up and down. Relax. Just turn to the side a little bit. From here, I want you to hold the inner ankle. So your arms are coming in from your legs, in from your knees. Nice straight back. As I breathe out, I'm going to extend the leg out and in. Nice and steady. Alternate the legs. We extend out and in. Trying to keep the back as straight as possible, extending the leg to where it feels comfortable. You cannot straighten the leg, it's not a problem. We'll get there eventually. Nice and steady. Breathe out, breathe in. Keep that core engaged, because the next level, you're going to see how important it is to be able to keep your balance nice and steady. this side. Okay, we're going to repeat the movement. However, this time we're going to lift the feet off the ground. So notice that we need to be able to keep our balance here. So nice and steady, engage the core. We extend out and in, out and in. If this is a little bit too much for you, place those feet back down. Listen to what your body's telling you. You make your progress in your time. Do one more. Come in, and then we're going to place the legs out to the side, okay? Pointy toes. Wants to be comfortable, okay, because we're going to twist and turn. So you don't want to feel the stretch already. Your back wants to be straight, so we want to roll the shoulders back. You can't get the back straight, slight bend in the back of the knees. Arms are going to come out to the side. Then we're going to twist the body. From this position here, I'm going to bring one arm in front of my chest, one hand behind. Looking down at my knee, I'm going to pulse 3 times. 1, 2, 3. Imagine your hand is acting like a saw and we're chopping that leg off. I'm not reaching for my toes. I'm reaching across my body. To the center. Well done. Roll your shoulders back. Give your body a little bit of a rest, and we're going to come onto the hands and knees. So what we want to make sure is that the hands are underneath the shoulders, the knees are underneath the hips. We want to find a neutral position and we want to engage the core. Nice and steady. Okay, so from here, I'm going to place one hand behind the head and I'm going to twist my elbow in and out, trying to keep the hips level. Opening up the spine as we come in, open up those shoulder blades as we come in, and then as we come back, we're squeezing those shoulder blades together, nice and steady. Place the hand down underneath the shoulder. Bring the other hand up. We're going to twist in and out. Nice and steady. Twist in and out. Place the hand down. This time, the hand is going to come under the body. So we come under, we open up and out. We come under. So we're making that move a little bit bigger, nice and steady. Place the hand down, change sides, we come under and come down. Just going to scooch forward a little bit. Hands stay below the shoulders, knees below the hips, and I'm going to place one leg out. I'm pointing my toe, I'm engaging my core. Okay, I'm going to lift the leg up so it's hip height, and I'm going to bring it across the back of the leg, crossing over and tap down. I come up and tap over. Nice and steady, trying to keep the hips in place, engaging the core. I'm crossing over the other leg, nice and steady. And bring the knee in. Place the other leg out. Ensure you're in neutral position. We come up and across, nice and steady. Up and across. We're going to come down. We're going to open the knees. We're going to push back into a child's pose. So the knees are back, the head's relaxed down, the chest is between your knees. Breathe in through the nose, out through the mouth. And we're going to come up and we're going to come onto our side. Okay, so from here, what we want to do is make sure your elbow is underneath your shoulder, okay? Really important that it's direct lift below, okay? I'm going to straighten my bottom leg, okay, and I'm going to lift my top leg in front. So my foot is aiming to be the upper part of my thigh, okay? The core, what I don't want to do is to be sagging down. I want to stay up, drawing that belly button inwards, okay? So we're keeping neutral position. I'm going to hold on to my ankle. My bottom foot, I'm going to lift up and down. Small little pulses, up and down. Keeping lifted here. Don't let that core sag down. Nice and steady. Keeping the shoulders away from the earlobes. And relax. Keeping the elbow where it is. Bend the knees. Feet want to be in line with the hips. Engaging the core. Nice and steady. As we breathe out, engaging the core, we're going to lift the hips up Then we're going to slowly come down. We're going to lift up. Then we're going to slowly come down. When we get to the top this time, we're going to open and close the knees. Nice and steady. Keeping that core engaged. Keeping that elbow underneath that shoulder. Breathing out to come up. Breathing in to come down. And relax. Well done. Roll that shoulder back, and then we're going to slowly change sides. Again, elbow underneath the shoulder, lifting through the spine, straighten the bottom leg, bring the top leg in front of your upper thigh. Nice and steady, flex the bottom foot, bring the bottom foot up and down. Keeping lifted, don't sag down, keep up, engage that core. Relax. Stack the legs, feet in line with your bottom, elbow still underneath the shoulder. Draw the belly button in as we breathe out. Lift the hips up. Come down nice and steady as we breathe out. Lift the hips up. This time, as we come to the top, we're going to open and close the knees. Nice and steady. Lift, open, close, lower. Lift, open, close, lower. Fantastic. Keep that going for another couple. Making sure the shoulder is away from the ears. And relax. Take yourself into a child's pose. We're going to lay on our stomach, feet hips distance apart, one hand to the front, lift one leg up towards the bum, push the hips into the ground, feeling the stretch through the thigh and into the hip flexor. Relax your head down. Change legs. Push the hips down. Feel that stretch. Release. Place the hands just in front of your shoulders. Hips stay down. As we breathe in, we're going to raise the chest up, keeping the shoulders away from the earlobes. If this is painful for you, please do not push so high. Go to where is comfortable for you. You don't want to be feeling any pain in your lower back. Nice and steady. Slowly come down, and we're going to roll onto our back. We're going to bring the knees to the chest, and we're going to make small circles so you feel a lovely massage through the small of your back. Nice and steady. and change direction. To the center into a happy baby. So the soles of the feet are facing up to the ground, up to the sky. The knees are coming down the side of the chest, and your hand is in from your legs, holding on to the sole of your foot, and you're relaxing. If this is too difficult for you, you can hold the back of the legs. Okay? Nice and steady. Breathe in through the nose, out through the mouth. Place the legs down. Arms are going to come out to the side. You're going to bring one knee up to tabletop and allow the knee to come across your body. You're going to feel a stretch in your chest and your lower back. To the center, change the legs over. To the center, bend the knees. Feet together, palms of the hands facing upwards. Allow the knees to fall out to the side, nice and steady, and relax the body. Breathing in through the nose, breathing out through the mouth. Slowly bring those knees together in your own time. Sit yourself up. We're going to cross the legs. One hand is going to come to the side. We're going to come up and over. Over to the other side. Nice and steady. Center. Relax your shoulders. Make sure your back's nice and straight. Turn your head side to side. To the center, down and up. Arms out to the side. Take a nice deep breath in through the nose, out through the mouth. In through the nose, out through the mouth. One more time. And we are finished with today's class. Thank you very much. If you'd like to do further classes, feel free to subscribe to my YouTube channel, Gilly Williams. There's many different classes on there, Pilates, HIIT, lots of different things going on. So thank you very much and see you soon.